You have a question, Kai?
I think I can start it off. I can start it off. Tobias. And then in that third quarter, what really went wrong there for you guys? It kind of seemed like Charlotte kind of kept chipping back in a 7-point game after you guys went up big. Was it just you guys kind of relax a little bit, or what do you think after?
A combination. I thought that we did relax, in a combination of them making a lot of threes, getting a lot of 50-50 basketballs that were over the floor. So overall, I look at it as kind of a moment in the game where we kind of pumped the brakes a little bit, and we shouldn't have. So it's a win, but at the same time, it's a game that we also need to understand bigger picture of what we're trying to get. And when we're up big, well, we have to sustain those leads all throughout the game.
Thanks, Jay.
Yep.
Let's go to Lauren Rosen next. Go ahead, Lauren.
Tobias, you told us multiple times at the beginning of the season that you wanted to fix the road problems that you guys had last year. Now you've swept a road trip. The starters are undefeated on the road, at home and on the road. How are you feeling about that goal that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year?
Right now, I'm feeling good about it. I think that we know as a group last year how underachieving we were on the road, and just the lack of I would say focus and effort when we did play on the road. That was evident. So we had a tough one in Indiana that we were down, and we showed a lot of resilience to get back into and win that game. And then today to come out in the beginning of the game and really put our stamp on the game and how dominant we can be as a team, was big. So we just got to keep it going. We have to stay focused, but at the same time, we also have to want more from what we're showing, and one more from each other on the floor to be that great team and get to that level we want to get to.
When you think about that stat, the fact that your starting lineup is 12-0 when you all play together, what do you think is working about the five of you, even though you haven't played together in the past, at least with Seth and Danny?
I think, big focus is just us playing as a team and playing off each other. I mean, I think the beauty of it, we're starting five, but each guy needs the next guy. And, if one of those guys are out, we know we're like, man, we lose a piece to what brings us to be such a solid team. So I think that's the beauty of our starting five. You can start with Joel. He's been leading us all year, and his dominance and the way that he's approached the road games today, Minnesota. I would say it really starts with him, and his aggressiveness in early in games sets a tone for us on the road and gives us that type of energy. So we just got to keep at that.
Thanks, Tobias.
Yep.
Go to Rich Hosman next. Go ahead, Rich.
Hey, Tobias, you mentioned putting your stamp on the beginning of the game. What were you seeing from that group defensively? I mean, you held those to 13 points in the first quarter.
We were active out there defensively. Our pressure was there. That's where a guy like Ben, I think, doesn't get enough credit, but defensively, his intensity. And I thought Joel tonight was bringing it from the beginning of the game on both ends. I thought he was huge for us. So, when we got, all of our guys locked in and communicating out there on the defensive end, we're a tough team, especially getting out in transition.
Sherrod Blakely, go ahead.
Hey, Tobias, how you doing?
Good, yourself?
You've been in the league long enough to know that the talent gap from one team to the next isn't that huge, even though the records might suggest otherwise. The mental side of the game, I'm just curious, having played for Doc Rivers previously, how much has he helped this team galvanize from a mental standpoint to withstand some of those rough patches and find ways to win some games that maybe in past years you guys may not have won?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I think that, Doc is always on us to not get content and to be better than we were last game, no matter who we're playing against. If we're playing against the reigning champions or if we're playing against a team that had the worst record in the NBA. So, he's always on us, and the biggest thing that he's on us is, to respect our opponent. And, when you play against different teams across the league, you have to bring it every single night. It could be somebody's night. A team like Charlotte, they've been playing really good basketball this season and as of late too. They've knocked off some really good teams. Young, scrappy team that kept fighting. So for us, Doc is on us mentally before games. He's always, getting on guys, asking them are they ready. So that's that mental edge that he wants our team to have, and that focus that we have to have. That every single night we have a formula for success, and we got to stay with it.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, and the last one is going to go to Paul. Go ahead, Paul.
Hey Tobias, it seems like a big part of your success has been the way you've been finishing at the rim. You had that nice Euro step in this one. Doc said he just thinks it's a result of your decisiveness. Would you agree with that, or do you think it's something more that maybe you're just finding your shots at the rim and doing a better job of finishing?
Yeah, I think it's definitely the decisiveness of being able to come off, get downhill, get into the lane, and make plays. You got to be in this league with the size that I have. You have to be a good finisher to be able to score over bigger guys in the paint. But just getting downhill, making the best decisions that are there. I'm a guy, when I come off pick and rolls, is to get to the pull-up jumper, but if I see space and light, it's about getting downhill. And the next step is start drawing more and more fouls when I get down there and with contact. So I'm always watching and seeing ways that I can grow. That Euro step, I was watching a bunch of highlights of different guys getting downhill and saw that, and just I was like, man, I gotta get that in my game, that Euro. So, it just came out today, and I was like, oh shit, I did that. So, yeah. All right. See you.